a sincere comment on it. Guarantee you. They are love. They're also closing on their first deal March 15th, 327 units. We do an Easter egg hunt at my house every Easter. And we have these money eggs, okay? And Marley finds a money egg and she's like, Dad, there's a money egg right up on the light, you know? And she's like, but I can't reach it. I'm like, She's like, ugh. I said, it's not I can't. She's like, how can I, right? Rolls her eyes. But then we get creative. Man, you could hold me up. You could, I could grab a broom. I could stand on her shoulders. And then what does she stands on my shoulders, grabs the money egg, and now she can do things. Listen, now she can do things that she didn't know she could do. Simply by just changing the narrative here. Changing the narrative here. So we have to motivate ourselves though, right? So when I say Kuleana, the reason I love Kuleana is because Kuleana is taking full ownership, man. And when we take full ownership, it doesn't matter what crossed our path. It's this. Interest rates, cool, what's the solution? How can I do it? Seller doesn't want to work with us. Cool, what's the solution? What's next? Somebody doesn't like us. Cool, what's the solution? What's next? How can I? It doesn't matter what it is. And I just want to drill this home because some of you, I know, will be like, well, this is my hill. Yeah, I know. Because if I were to ask you right now, how many of you take ownership, Kuleana for your lives, how many of you would raise your hands? Most people would. And you know what? I love that you do. And sometimes we do take ownership, and sometimes we don't. I was on a call recently talking about Kuleana, taking your responsibility, which is, if you think of the word responsibility, it's like your ability to respond. No matter the situation, your ability to respond, your responsibility. How do you respond? What is your ability to respond? It is a trained narrative. It's a trained narrative. A year ago, man, I had my whole content team quit the same day. Whole content team, all quit the same day. Rough. And I'm not gonna lie, my feelings were hurt. Like literally, my feelings were hurt. And I remember walking the garbage can out and just thinking to myself, holy shit, man. That's it, we're going under. This is it. It was fun while it lasted. I mean, that's a dumbass story, okay? But literally, then all of a sudden, I literally stopped on the sidewalk and I was like, oh shit, this is a challenge. Okay, this is a test. This is a test. I overcome this test? Oh shit, this might get gangster, man. Like, I overcome this? What else can I do? A couple months later, well then, right after that, we hire Jaden, who's up here, who's an absolute beast. And if you looked at, and then we have Strat, we have Will, we do a whole content team that freaking kill. And if you looked at the hockey stick curve, it's a hockey stick curve. Why? Because that challenge was a blessing. Right after that, we find out that we have to move our headquarters from Utah to Orlando, which we felt like that was the best business decision to do. But that is to move your entire headquarters that we had just moved in to 6 months ago to a new, that's a big undertaking, yes or no? If you've never done that, I'm just telling you, that's a big undertaking. It's a big undertaking. But as I'm sitting in, I'm like, oh my gosh, man. All of a sudden I wake myself up again. Oh shit, it's a test. I even sent a video to the team, man. I was like, oh, this is a test. We overcome this, let's go. Like, what else can we do? Like, I was pumped. All of a sudden I'm pumped, can't even sleep. Let's go. I'm selling myself on it, dude. Really inside, I'm like, oh God damn, let's figure this shit out. But externally, I'm like, let's go. But when you change your external, your internal will change. Let that sink. When you change your external, your internal will change. If your internal isn't where you want it to be, change your external. If your internal state isn't what you want it to be, change your external state. Change your external state. Guess what? I was tired back there before we came up here. How many of you were tired before we started this, Birds Vans? It's a long 3 days, man. Y'all kept me up late last night. Y'all were up late last night. I stayed down at the luau for a long time. Came up, I don't know, close to 12:31 maybe. And I get up to the bar is bumping. Y'all, you closed that thing down, dude. Woo! I'm impressed. So my internal's tired, right? Yeah, there we go. My internal's tired. So what do? Wake it up, dude. Jump, push up. Obviously, right? Like, you just gotta change your external, man. It'll change your internal. But man, no matter what circumstance we face, it has to be how can I. But how do we do this? How do we recover and charge forward? Because it's a one thing to be like, charge in. When the stumbling block comes, get after that bitch. It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to actually do it in the moment. Yes or no? It just is, man. So what usually motivates our actions? There's different things that motivates our actions. One of the biggest motivators is fear, man. Is fear. I look at fear, and listen, fear can be a very powerful motivator. I want to be very clear. Fear can obviously be a deterrent, but it can also be a motivator, man. Like a super powerful motivator. Fear to, I fear that I need to eat better for my health. Fear to wear a seatbelt just in case. Fear to, I gotta save money. Fear that I gotta repent and live better or else I'm gonna go to hell, right? All these things. Fear to, man, in this situation I was just telling you about at the UBBA championship game, fear of embarrassing my family, man. I've already embarrassed them, obviously. My dad's in the crowd yelling, oh shit, bullshit, by the way, okay? Mom, that better not have been you. I don't know if she's still. She better have been cheering. Where you at? There we go. Hey, y'all know my mom's here this weekend? Hey. In fact, will my whole family stand up for a second? You back there. My whole family, yeah, stand up back there. Yeah, Alex, stand up. Hey, love y'all. Love y'all, man. So grateful for you. So grateful for you. Thank you for taking the time to be here, man. Love y'all. Love y'all. Even though you were saying, oh shit, when I was up to the plate, okay? Hey, you and Dad liked each other then, man. You guys were probably saying it in unison. That was bullshit, okay? She's like, we never liked each other. Hey, but fear is projecting the worst case scenario of the future, right? That's what fear is. What's faith? It's the opposite of that. It's projecting the best case scenario. My biggest tool, my biggest weapon, I literally believe, is this unrealistic optimism. I'm very unrealistically optimistic. Because what is realistic anyway, dude? It seems like an opinion to me. Realistic seems like an opinion to me. You know that it's not realistic to own a whole bunch of apartments, correct? That ain't realistic. You know that you're out of your mind to think that you can actually own big ass apartment buildings. You know that's not normal, right? In the best way, right? In the best way. It's a beautiful thing, man. Be unrealistic. Shit, never be realistic. That's boring as hell, man. Be realistic or unrealistic. You got to, man. So fear can be a powerful motivator to change temporary behaviors, but it will very rarely, if ever, transform us on who we want to become. So fear can motivate us, once again, to change behaviors in the short term, but very rarely, if ever, will it ever change us and transform us. Because to transformation takes something a lot more powerful than fear. Transformation takes something a lot more powerful than fear. So that's the framework I want to teach you. That's what I want to walk you through. Not on how to change because you're fearful of it. Like, have you ever tried to motivate your kids based off of fear, or have your parents ever tried to motivate you based off of fear, yes or no? Yeah, my mom used to have a yardstick. She's gonna kick my ass when I say that. She was a single mom, 4 kids, all of them were assholes. Like, we just were, especially Tiffany and Melissa, Like, just for real. I would sneak out, she's exhausted. She would find out that me and my buddies had snuck out. I would come in. Do you guys know what a duster is? My mom would wear this duster. She got remarried and her husband said, no more duster, okay? And me and my buddies would probably be sneaking in, dude. And my mom would come blasting in the door with a duster and a yardstick, like, I'm gonna kick you. And she was brutal, man. She was brutal. But dude, that fear, temporary fear, could motivate our temporary decisions, right? Well, once again, we want to transform. How do you want to transform into the people you want to be by raise of hands? Get the damn hands up, y'all. Get the damn hands up, okay? So let's talk about how we transform, okay? Listen, how do we do that? It's not fear, okay? 2 Timothy 1:7, for God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, sound mind. Power, love, sound mind. Let's talk about these, okay? Power, how do we turn our fear into power? I believe that power comes from defining what you want, as I've mentioned, and also having the courage, the guts to step up to the plate, man. Listen, I'm in the batter's box, or the, on-deck circle, sorry. I'm in the on-deck circle. They're intentionally walking Johnny Welsh, and I'm panicking. My fear far outweighed my confidence in this moment, for sure. Far outweighed my faith in this moment. But dude, in the batter's box, immediately as I see what's happening, I kneel down in the on-deck circle. I kneel down in the on-deck circle and I start saying a prayer. I didn't care how that looked to anybody. I didn't. I needed some help. I just didn't. I didn't even cross my mind what somebody may think, which that's so beautiful, man. That's why I love kids. Kids don't think about that, man. They just act instinctually, which is a beautiful thing a lot of times. Sometimes it's irritating, let's be honest, okay? But like, I think of a parent now, being a parent now is like, if I saw Pax or Marley like kneeling in an on-deck circle, I mean, I just pull at my heartstrings, you know? You just pull at my heartstrings, you just really would. And said a prayer. And what I prayed for confidence. I didn't pray to hit a home run, to hit a triple, I didn't do that. I prayed for confidence. I prayed for sight, that I'd be able to see the ball, like literally see the ball, like slow the ball down, like see the ball, slow the ball down. If you ever play baseball, it's like, man, sometimes the ball just is fat and slow and you just freaking, yeah, there we go. And also, I prayed for a pitch that I could hit, man. I prayed for a pitch that I could hit. That's what I prayed for. You know what else I prayed for though? I said, gratitude, thank you for putting me in a position that I can make an impact on my team right now. Thank you. That's what I prayed for. Got up in the batter's box, because I was excited for that, by the way. I wanted to redeem myself, man. I had shit the bed all tournament, put them behind. It's like, dude, I wanted to, man. Like I did, man. That kuleana, that responsibility, I took it. And I was ready for it, man. Once again, stand in the batter's box. Pitch comes in, and I close my eyes, do freaking swing as hard as I can, and didn't even remotely come close to it, you know? Didn't remotely come close. Second pitch comes, swing, close my eyes, and to the disbelief of everyone, including myself, made contact with that son of a bitch ball, and it sailed over the fence. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was just like the movies, dude, except for better, because all of the turmoil, all of the shit that went, like, dude, I'm telling you, it was a rough, I don't even know if I'd been on base yet. Like, seriously, it was a rough tournament for whatever reason. It was amazing, man. It was amazing. So a lesson that I learned, though, is that we have to believe, whatever you believe in, God, yourself, a higher power, whatever you believe in, you have to believe that that power is with you always. Always, man. That's my unrealistic optimism. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I believe that power is with me always. And that weaponizes me always. And no matter what the outcome is, by the way, no matter what the outcome is, we still have to believe that that power is with us. Even if I did strike out, I still have to believe that that power is with us always. Then it's for a better purpose, a better cause. Do you wanna know why? Because that helps us take ownership for our life instead of become a victim of our life. Owner of circumstance instead of a victim of circumstance. That's the secret sauce, man. Taking everything and spinning it into a positive narrative. Everything, learning from it, positive narrative. Everything, learning from it, challenge, whatever, what's the solution? That's the secret sauce. Now, number 2 up here, it says love. Love. How do we show love? I believe that love is action. I believe that love is service. And y'all are amazing at that. You have taken action to show love all weekend. You provided service to those around you all week. How many of you have felt loved and or served this weekend? Say I. Man, how cool is that, man? How cool is it? You wanna know why? I've talked to a number of you. You're like, man, everyone here is so nice. You always go to like a networking event, you're gonna have a couple dickheads. Like you're just gonna have at least a few of them. I'm like, oh shit, amen. Yeah, for sure. They're like, but I haven't met any dickheads this weekend. It's unbelievable. But did you wanna know why? It's because of you. How can you come in here and be mean and arrogant and agitated when you're feeling love and aloha from everyone in the room? It's you, man. It compounds because y'all buy in. My team, have you ever met a team that works harder, serves more, loves more than them? No. They're amazing people, man. Why? Because they feed off of each other. and they help each other correct when needed, because we all need it. We all need it. It's powerful. Love is service. Love is also grace and forgiveness, man. Love is also grace and forgiveness. Love, though, is the last award that I'm gonna give out, right? So if you'll bring, I don't know if there's anybody back here, bring me out that last one for me, if you don't mind. And I'll read this in two. Thank you so much, Jay. This is the last award we'll give out, which is love. And man, I'm excited to give this one out too. Network said, they're so giving, kind, non-judgmental, and full of gratitude. They have a way of not just making you feel accepted, but reminding you that you belong. Loved that. Loved that. All of y'all have made me feel accepted and belonged, like I belonged all weekend, man. Oh, since I've met y'all, man. And I just need you to know that you think that, maybe you think that it means the world to me. It means the world to me, man. I texted Brittany last night, and she told her I love her, I'm going to bed. And she's like, what are you doing awake right now? And I said, dude, I don't know. That's a great question. I was like, but dude, I don't know, I don't know how you don't, talk to dude, y'all have poured all of that into me this weekend, and all of us have felt that we've talked about it all weekend, man. Love y'all. They are so sincere, welcoming to everyone in the network. If you're part of the network and you did a welcome post on the Facebook page like, hey, I'm new, I guarantee you that they commented a sincere comment on it. Guarantee you. They are love. They're also closing on their first deal March 15th, 327 units. Chad and Lenny. Chad and Lenny. Come up here, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Give Chad and Lenny a round of applause. You love to make me cry.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you guys, man. Credit to you for the network, man. Y'all are amazing. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. You guys are being still. Thank you.
There we go. Thank you guys so much, man. All right, let's get it.